Hi, my name is Abby Cottrell. I'm a senior commercial music major. This is my second year as a studio manager. This year I'm the head studio manager. So a benefit of being a studio manager is that when the studio isn't booked, you can come in whenever you want and you don't have to pay for the studio because non-academic sessions do cost money. It costs money to book the studio, but if you're a manager, you can just come in whenever it's free and work on whatever you choose. We're in Studio A right now, and we have a Neve Shelford 5088. It's a super nice console. We're one of very few schools that has a Neve console. This got put in the summer of 2019. It's considerably nicer than what we had last, which was an Amic Angela, and it was a lot of things about it were broken, and so this console works very smoothly. It's really nice to have. It's connected with all of the line inputs and microphone inputs out in the studio. It records really nice quality. The preamps are built into the console and all that fun stuff. So one thing that I have liked about working in the studio as a songwriter and an artist is that it gives me a lot of freedom to come in and see how things sound instead of just like me in a practice room or me in my room playing something. I can see how it would sound in a studio setting. It gives me freedom to be creative in a different way as an engineer as opposed to just as an artist and a musician. We also have a studio down the hall called Studio B, which is much more in the box. So in Studio A, we have a lot of outboard gear, EQs and compressors and stuff that's under here, actually, and you send it to them through the patch bay. But in B, it's much more in the box. It's much more on the computer. So if you're doing more producery things or more things online, that's a good place for that. It's also easier if I'm just tracking vocals by myself. I like to go in there. It has a cool vibe. Set up differently, so it's good for different things. So Studio A is really good for if you're tracking a lot of things at the same time. We're in here for Studio Pressure Night, where there's a drummer and guitarist and a keyboard player and a bass player all playing at the same time, and it all records really nicely here. In Studio B, it's much smaller, and it's not really meant to record that many things at a time. We only have 2 mic pre's in there, so it's nicer for if you're doing things in the box, if you're using electronic instruments that plug into the computer as opposed to needing to be mic'd up to get recorded.